What's something that made you angrier than you have ever been? My mom died when I was 15, leaving me to take care of my 8-year-old brother Tommy while my dad worked. He was a good kid, always doing his homework, helping with dishes, never complaining. Even when kids at school made fun of his worn-out clothes, he'd just smile and say, "At least they're clean." We didn't have much money, but Tommy never asked for expensive things. He saved his $5 weekly allowance for months to buy a used Nintendo DS. The night he finally got it, his eyes lit up like Christmas morning. He played it every chance he got, taking perfect care of it, even cleaning it with a special cloth. Things changed when my dad started dating Beverly. She moved in with her 13-year-old son Aiden, who was a nightmare. He'd steal money from my wallet, break things around the house, and blame Tommy. But my dad was so desperate not to be alone, he ignored everything. One morning, Tommy came to me crying. His DS was missing. We searched everywhere, but I already knew what happened. When I confronted Aiden, he smirked and said, "Prove it." I went to Beverly, but she just said, "Boys will be boys," and walked away. That night, I heard crashes coming from Aiden's room. I found Tommy's DS smashed to pieces on the floor, while Aiden filmed himself destroying it for his YouTube channel. When Tommy saw the pieces the next morning, he didn't cry. He just picked them up silently and put them in a shoebox under his bed. I was furious, but my dad said we needed to make things work with Beverly. Tommy stopped talking at dinner. He'd just push food around his plate while Aiden bragged about his new gaming system or expensive shoes. 2 weeks later, I was cleaning and found a receipt in Beverly's purse. She'd used my dad's credit card to buy Aiden the exact same model DS, plus 5 games. The purchase date? The day after Aiden broke Tommy's. I showed my dad the receipt. Instead of being angry, he said, "Well, Aiden's been having a hard time adjusting." That's when I snapped. I grabbed Beverly's designer purse, the one she'd bought the same day my dad said we couldn't afford Tommy's school supplies. I took every credit card, every receipt showing her secret shopping sprees with my dad's money. I laid them all out on the kitchen table, then I waited. When they got home, I pointed to the evidence. While Tommy's wearing secondhand clothes, you spent $3,000 at Nordstrom. While he saved for months to buy a used DS, you bought Aiden 3 new gaming systems. Want to explain? Beverly started crying, saying I was trying to ruin her relationship. My dad actually tried to comfort her. That's when I played my final card. I showed him Beverly's dating profile, still active, where she bragged about finding a wealthy man to fund her lifestyle. My dad's face went white. Beverly tried to explain, but I wasn't done. I showed screenshots of her texting other men, planning dates while my dad worked overtime to pay for her shopping. The profile had been active the entire time they'd dated. The next day, Beverly and Aiden were gone. I used the money from returning her latest shopping spree to buy Tommy a new DS, not a used one this time. When he opened it, he didn't say anything. He just hugged me for a long time. My dad tried apologizing, saying he'd been stupid. I told him apologies weren't enough. I made him sign Tommy up for counseling and start a college fund with the money he'd been spending on Beverly. Last week, we saw Beverly at the grocery store. She was with another man, wearing new designer clothes. She tried to say hi, but we just walked past. In the car, Tommy finally spoke about what happened. "I'm glad she's gone," he said quietly, "but I still have the broken DS pieces to remind me not to trust people like her." I didn't know what to say to that, so I just took him for ice cream, like I used to when Mom was